briefly acknowledge International Men's Day. To all the men in St. Martin and around the world, fathers, brothers, partners, caregivers, and leaders, your contribution have not gone unnoticed. For everything you have done, happy International Men's Day. In addition, I would also like to say congratulations to our brother countries of Curaçao and their supporters for qualifying for the 2026 World Cup that happened last night. Definitely we stand and we will support them as they continue their journey in trying to win the World Cup 2026. As it relates to STEP survey, the update, last week I officially received the results of the STEP survey. The survey was conducted between July 2023 and October 2024. This document is St. Martin's first nationally representative assessment of the behavioral and biological risk factors that contribute to chronic diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, cancers, respiratory illnesses, and kidney disease. Using this internationally recognized WHO STEPS method, the survey included interviews, physical measurements, and blood testing among 2,042 adults ages 18 to 69 across the island of St. Martin. As part of the next step, the Ministry of VSA will host a stakeholders information session at the end of November, during which key partners from government and within the community will receive a detailed presentation on the results and recommendations included in the final report. More information regarding the session will be shared in the coming days. As it relates to the update of the GHI, I want to briefly update the public on the progress of the General Health Insurance legislation. Over the past months, we have made significant steps forward. Both the National Ordinance and the National Decree received positive advice from the SER, which is an important milestone. Their recommendations have been incorporated into the updated draft. The legislation is now at Legal Affairs for final vetting. If all goes well, we expect their advice within 2 weeks. After that, we aim to bring the revised draft to the Council of Ministers for approval and then urgently request advice from the Council of Advice. Our goal is to have the legislation ready to be handled in Parliament as soon as possible. This timeline is important in order to give SZV and all implementing partners enough time to prepare for the introduction of the new system on January 1st, 2027. The General Health Insurance reform is a major part of our efforts to ensure universal, fair, and sustainable access to health care for all residents of St. Martin. While there are still conditions to meet, the direction is clear and the progress is solid. Next update pertaining to SZV. Last week, my cabinet and the cabinet of the Ministry of Finance met jointly with CFT. And I want to again highlight how constructive and collaborative that meeting was. This new way of working together openly and in partnership is the direction we need for long-term financial stability in healthcare. In October, I instructed SZV to develop a comprehensive cost containment and financial sustainability. The goal was very clear. We must urgently reduce the healthcare costs while protecting the quality of care. SZV has now complied with this plan, and after reviewing it, I submitted it to CFT. The plan SZV delivered outlines several important actions. Some of the key elements include: 1, reducing administrative costs, especially by lowering dependency on consultants and outsourced audit services. while increasing internal capacity. 2, automating major SFA processes to streamline workflow, strengthen monitoring, and cut operational expenses over time. 3, managing healthcare costs more effectively, including stricter controls on medical referrals abroad, reviewing the business case of the new hospital, and reducing fraud through digital tools like QR-based verification. 4, enhancing revenues, including improved employer compliance, better collection, and using data analytics to track payment behavior. 5, strengthening preventative care, especially through pilot projects with general practitioners targeting diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. This will reduce long-term costs by improving health outcomes. The plan is detailed, structured, and address both the immediate and long-term challenges. It is exactly the kind of strategy work we need to ensure that SZV remain financially viable in the years to come. I look forward to continuing the collaboration with the SZV, the Ministry of Finance, and CFT as we take the next step to strengthen and safeguard our healthcare system for the benefit of all residents.
Unfortunately, there will be no Christmas parade this year. The parade requires a significant budget and logistic capacity, and given the financial constraints at this time, it would not be responsible to commit public funds to an event of that scale. However, let me be clear, Christmas in Phillipsburg is very much alive. We will be moving forward with the lighting up of Phillipsburg experience, along with the traditional roundabout decorations, similar to last year. The town will once again be decorated for the season and officially illuminated. A confirmed date will be announced shortly, and I will encourage residents and visitors to come out as we switch on the holiday lights and officially welcome the festive season together. Even without the parade, we are committed to maintaining a true Christmas atmosphere in Phillipsburg by working creatively with the resources we have, including the private-public partnerships. Starting today, a public announcement will be issued for individuals interested in securing a Christmas booth for the 2025 holiday season, similar to what we do for Carnival, but this time, for the first time, with a Christmas feel. The booths will be limited to the stretch between Ketty's Kitchen and Jimmy's Original Fat Boy on the Walter Nisbet Road, as part of a Christmas pilot program. Based on the outcome and public engagement, the ministry will evaluate expansion for 2026 and beyond. So to create a cohesive holiday feel, vendors must decorate booths with Christmas theme, color schemes red, white, and green, and vendors are encouraged to focus on Christmas-themed food, beverages, crafts, and products. Application details is that the location will be here at the Public Service Center at the Economic License Counter between 8:30 and 12 p.m., Mondays to Fridays for 1 week. So the deadline is next week, November 26th at 12 p.m., and we only have 10 spots available. Followed after November 26th, we will have a confirmation meeting to go over the logistics on November 28th, 2025, which is, I think, a Friday. So only fully completed applications with all required documents will be acceptable. So there's 1 week to submit your applications. It is also important to note that the holiday seasons will remain active, just organized differently this year. A consolidated schedule highlighting key events and community activations will be published shortly. We encourage everyone to participate and support local businesses and enjoy responsibly. One major event is the Backstreet Bonanza, Bigger and Better, 6th annual street fair, which is going to be on November 29th to the 30th next weekend. Registration, as I was told, for vendors has officially closed and preparations are already underway. The organizers have confirmed a lively 2-day experience in the heart of Phillipsburg. Santa Claus will be in town on Sunday, November 30th, adding a festive touch for families and children. The government of St. Martin, through the St. Martin Tourist Bureau, is proud to support this event as part of our continued effort to stimulate commerce, community engagement, and holiday activities. Attendees can look forward to local vendors and merchants, island-made products, artisanal goods, DJs and live music, and family-friendly atmosphere with free admission. This event embodies the spirit of the season, community, creativity, and commerce, and I encourage the public to come out and support local entrepreneurs and enjoy the festival in Phillipsburg, Backstreet to be exact.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah, your social health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, comm programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
St. Martin, as heavy rain falls across our region, we urge all residents and visitors to exercise caution and stay alert. Here are the areas prone to street flooding, flash floods, and/or rock slides. Avoid these locations until water levels subside. Ateelage Road Roundabout, Cul-de-Sac. Arch Road, Sucker Garden. Beacon Hill Road, Simpson Bay. Ateelage Road, Border Monument, Belvedere, Lower Princess Quarter. Billy Folly Road, Coal Bay. Emma Plain, Phillipsburg. L.B. Scott Road, Cul-de-Sac. Rhine Road, Lowlands. Welhalaken Road, Low K Roundabout, Cahill, Little Bay. Well Road, Wellington Road, and Orange Grove Road, Coal Bay. Yancho Rousquin Boulevard, Point Blanche, and Sakersgut Road, Cul-de-Sac. Remember, safety comes first. Let's work together to keep our community safe. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Communication.
First, an overview of the situation and the long-standing concerns raised by the ambulance department. Second, a chronological summary of all major actions, meetings, and engagements taken since November 26, 2024. Third, the initiatives implemented by the ministry in direct response to the staff concerns. Fourth, the current status of negotiation and the challenges we face. And finally, I will conclude with the ministry's commitment and next step. Mr. Chairman, upon assuming office in the late 2024, my cabinet and I were met with a series of long-standing issues in the ambulance department. Primary concerns consistently brought forward include an outdated Rex Position, or legal status, discrepancies with wages or in wages, uncertainty in vacation rights and accumulation, the need for update and formalized job descriptions, and the desire to align conditions with those of our counterparts in Aruba and Curacao. Throughout 2025, the ministry conducted detailed assessment and engaged in internal consultations while maintaining active dialogue with the WICSU PSU union. A significant moment in this process was the meeting of August 27, 2025, where a draft covenant was introduced, creating an opportunity for a structured negotiation process. It is important to note that the ongoing Go Slow is being continued in solidarity with the fire department. While this is a broader issue, I respect the decision of the ambulance personnel. Following the meeting on October 6, 2025, the ambulance department expressed appreciation for the ministry's efforts and signaled readiness to move forward with formal negotiations. Both the ministry, the union, have requested General Affairs participation to ensure all legal and administrative matters are properly guided. We look forward to working with their representative once appointed. Mr. Chairman, allow me to summarize the chronological summary of the events taken by the ministry from November 26 to present. An urgent meeting was held with the ambulance department on December 13, 2024. As a result of that meeting, several staff concerns were addressed. This is the provision of laptops, sheets, a new sofa, a massage chair, and the organization of a mental health sports day. A follow-up meeting was held with the ambulance department on March 3, 2025. During this meeting, staff expressed their feeling of unappreciation, similar to sentiments shared by other departments. As a result, a COVID-19 recognition day was organized to honor the special work carried out by staff. Additionally, the cabinet assessed the legal documentations provided by the WICSU PSU union concerning Rex Position. Subsequently, a meeting was held on April 29, 2025 to address space and operational needs. The ambulance and fire department's ongoing concerns. We provided support at the festival village, including parking for multiple vehicles, a container for staff operation, and full access to the village during working hours. Mr. Chairman, also it was indicated because, whenever there was carnival, the fire department, you would always see them present. But unlike the police department, they never truly had shelter. So their request was for that particular carnival season to have a container placed there. It was organized, permission was given. But for the upcoming carnival, we have arranged that they're going to have a booth in the village in order for them to actually have a stable home within the festival village. The contract has already been drawn, has been sent to my cabinet. I have promised the union that I would share this with them prior to signing, so they would receive it within short, and then we will proceed And God willing, April of 2025, they will have a station, a working 2026, they will have a permanent location within the festival village, one or two of the booths. I will continue, Mr. Chairman. An additional emergency meeting was held on May 9th, 2025. This emergency meeting, where about 50% of the outcome of the Carnival emergency meeting addressed and documented in a draft memo sent to the union. WICSU, PSU union, and staff were informed that there are funds available to hire a legal person to draft a apologize for the wording, it's in Dutch, bezoldigen regeling ambulance. The union asked for this to be discussed in another session due to the technical nature of it. On July 23, 2025, a quarterly meeting was held with the union. This meeting was to inform them that we are awaiting the response to the draft memo, that 30,000 has been allocated for unit on the draft 2026 budget, so I'm expecting that the Parliament would approve it. The union was also informed of the possibility to create the bezoldigen regeling ambulance. WICSU PSU union reiterated they do not want such. They would want, similar to the police, a rechtspositie. It was communicated to the union that this would most likely not be possible and for sure fall outside of the VSA jurisdiction. The union was also informed of the celebration of the work anniversary moving forward and the establishment of special VSA HR benefits that is currently in draft that will be presented officially in November, pending the final review from the Secretary General and also the union.
And I'd also like to thank the Minister of VSA for his own in particular. And I think that the Ministry of General Affairs could take a page out of the Minister of VSA book, because based on the presentation, he mentioned that the ambulance department is just standing in solidarity with the fire department. He took all the steps to bring the comfort for the ambulance. He took all the right steps, the necessary steps to ensure that their process is done well. So, Minister Vesa, kudos to you. But now, back to the fire department, and I could understand the frustration that the members of the Tribune today feel, and not just because of their current situation, but also because of how this government operates and the inconsistencies. And I want to start first with the Prime Minister, to you, Mr. Chairman, mentioning that, he keeps mentioning commitment. Then we wouldn't be here today just sign or agree with the commitment letter. Then we wouldn't have the meeting today, because the Prime Minister, or the government is making it seem as if it's either the union not telling the truth or the government not telling the truth, right? So yes, you could put all these words about commitment or saying we are showing that we are committing, but refuse to actually commit by signing the letter. The Prime Minister mentions, ironically, that in government, it is standard to have a committee for these type of appointments. Chief Mr. Chairman, the Prime Minister also approved for the central bank appointment a committee that was not established. So my first question would be to you, Mr. Chairman, how are committees established? To you, Mr. Chairman, to the Prime Minister. Is it by advice? Is it by MR? Is it by MB? And is it standard that you must have an official committee in place for appointments and dealing with advices? Because the Prime Minister himself approved an advice without any formal committees done for another situation. So again, it shows the inconsistency with the Prime Minister in particular and the government. Again, when it comes to payments, inconsistency, because today the government does not have their budget amendment 2025 in order. So currently the government has made payments going back to Carnival without any legal justification. So they choose when they want to pay and when they don't. And they choose not to make these payments here today. But when it comes to all the other entities, I ain't calling a name, but it will be revealed in the budget debate 2025 because we have a budget amendment because we have to, and matter of fact, even worse than that. The chair of parliament sent a letter to the Minister of Finance saying, hey, I know you made all these payments, just send us a letter. Send us a letter saying you made these payments and we will rectify it when you do the budget amendment. So then you could do the same process. You could do the same process too. And who was CC'd in the letter? Matter of fact, the Prime Minister also had a letter to Parliament saying the same. Again, inconsistency. This government and the Prime Minister, they only operate on inconsistency and at convenience.
Carnival 2026. This morning, I want to echo and amplify the announcement, the announcement on the official Soca Rumble Facebook page, the Soca Rumble, that Soca Rumble is officially back. For those who may not know, Soca Rumble is a competitive music platform created to showcase homegrown talent where artists compete in two major categories, groovy and power, to earn the title of the Soca Monarch St. Martin. The competition ran successfully for 5 consecutive years from 2015 to 2019 and became a signature cultural event leading into Carnival. Every year since its pause, the calls of artists and public has been loud and clear. Bring Soca Rumble back. Today, that call is being answered. And before going further, I want to make an important clarification about my role. My team and I created and served as promoter for Soca Rumble in the past. However, now that I'm serving in a public office, I can no longer act as a promoter for a commercial entertainment event. Because of that, I have officially relinquished Soca Rumble to the festival so that it can grow independently and continue serving the cultural community. Going forward, the event will be led by a new nonprofit organization which will own and manage the brand. This transition ensures that Soca Rumble remains a cultural platform for the people and not a private enterprise. My role will be strictly supportive, offering historical knowledge and organizational guidance where appropriate, while the foundation executes the event. Now, for artists wishing to participate, here are some key details I want to, again, echo. So they opened registration on November 17th on their Facebook page, and they will be closing it December 17th. So participants have 1 month to register. The track submission is February 9th, 2026. To be eligible, you must be a resident of St. Martin and 18 by November 17th, which is the date that they started the publication. Track requirements: track must be mixed and mastered, and the announcement of those that are participating will be on February 27, 2026, couple days just before Carnival. So to register, participant can scan the QR code posted on the official Soca Rumble Facebook page. Just search up Soca Rumble SXM. And as our artists, producers, musicians, and cultural creatives, as we support them, let us use this platform not just to compete amongst ourselves, but to elevate our sound, export our culture, amplify our voice beyond our shores. That has always been the core purpose, to put St. Martin's music on the map. Because when our music reaches the world, St. Martin is promoted with it. St. Martin, Soca to the world has always been the slogan of Soca Rumble. Let us take our music further, let us take our cultural global, and let us show the world what St. Martin has to offer.
SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah. Your social health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com. SXM Daily News.
Goed meegelopen. Ja.
Ze komen helpen planten, hè?
Ja. We gaan hierheen.
Nou, de
watakeli.
We mogen die kant op. Ja.
Daar is de watakeli. Wat voor boom is dit? Het is een boom die altijd groen blijft en hij heeft oranje vruchtjes.
Ja.
En het is goed voor de vogels.
Weten jullie hoe die heet, die boom?
Ja, watakeli. Oh, zo. Ja. Ja. De lokale van ons erbij haast, hoor. Ons erbij boot is daar. Kijk, dus die komt er helemaal uit. Komt er helemaal uit. Dan doen we dan zo in de grond. En dan staan pusha. Pusha etern. Ja.
Jullie maken je handen in
Ja.
en mijn voeten. Nee,
Onze. Die antiquitera was ik in wat aarde erbij.
Oh ja.
Ja.
Mooi beetje. Oh ja.
En dan doen we er een beetje water bij.
Ja.
Wil je dat doen?
Ja. Oh, wacht even, het is een hele volle fles. Hij heeft wel veel water nodig, hè? Het begin.
Ja, het begin moet altijd veel water hebben.
Nou.
En dan hopen we op regen. Dat niet meer verleggen.
Goed om te horen.
Net aan alle deze inzetten. Dat wel. Ja.
Nou, ontzettend bedankt voor uw tijd en namens de organisatie wil jullie dan iets aanbieden.
Ja. Ja, even 2 handen verder.
Oh. Alsjeblieft, met soorten natuurlijk uit het gebied.
Ja.
Thuisverkoosnaten. deze. Over een hele hoop planten in.
Ja. Mooi. Even dan met die lamp erbij.
Ja.
Hartelijk bedankt dat ik niet helemaal bekijk, maar
Nee, dat komt later dan een keer.
echt heel mooi.
Heel veel dank voor uw komst.
Nou,
Fantastisch om u hier te mogen ontvangen. En nog heel veel plezier de komende dagen ook.
Wel.
Met het volle programma. Ja.
Zo mooi, het is zo gezellig.